everyone. I'm here with your elementary lesson, and I'm so excited for our new series starting this week called Blast Off. We're heading to outer space today. That's because for the whole month, we're talking about how to launch our faith in Jesus to new heights. But before we get started this week, I thought we should start off with kind of a fun game to get you up and moving and get us started for the week. So stand up, get ready, because we are blasting off into space. And we are doing a game where you're going to have to look out and dodge left and dodge right and jump and duck to avoid the asteroids. So try not to get hit as we're going through outer space.
Get ready to dodge all the space junk flying your way. Jump up, duck down, lean left, lean right, and clap to fire. Here we go. Well done, space crew.
Wow, wasn't that a fun way to start off our lesson today? I hope you didn't get hit by any asteroids. I don't know about you, but sometimes outer space sounds like it's kind of scary, but also sounds pretty cool. And being an astronaut sounds pretty awesome to me. There's one problem I was thinking about when you think about an astronaut is that when you're up in space, you're really, really far away from Earth and all of your favorite things. And you could be up there for a long time. So let's hear from a few friends from church about what they would miss most about being up in space for a whole year.
I would miss my bed, my blankie, my stuffy, and I would miss my food, and I would miss riding my bike. If I was with my family, I would miss my bed. But if I wasn't with my family, I'd miss my family.
Great answers, girls. Those are some really important things that you would miss if you were in space for like a whole year. I would for sure miss my bed too. It's hard to sleep in space. You just kind of float around because there's no gravity. So I would really miss my bed. I especially love that you guys said family. If you were in outer space for a whole year, I bet all of us would be so excited to spend time with the people we love when we came back to Earth. That leads us right back into our big idea for this week. We can spend time with God. We have a video to help us learn more about it and about our big idea this week, that we can spend more time with God. Let's check it out.
I'm Bobby and I grew up on my family's farm. I moved to the big city, let adventure take me far. It's Hobbies with Bobby, yeah! This is Hobbies with Bobby.
Oh, hi there. I'm Bobby. Welcome to my family's farm. I grew up here, but now I live in the city. I'm kind of obsessed with hobbies. I can't keep track of how many hobbies I've learned here. Probably 1 million or 2. I love trying new things. This is where we can relax and visit. When I'm here at the farm, my parents ask that I help them with farm chores. And today, I've been taking care of the goats. I know it sounds fun, but it's a lot of hard work. I need to scrub their pen, wash them because they get covered in bugs and mud, and feed them constantly. There is always work to do. I only work outside the big goat pen because only real farmers should go in there. Today, I noticed one of the goats is acting strange. The tiniest ones won't leave me alone. She nibbles at my clothes and even my fingers, but she isn't eating her food. I don't know what to do. Honestly, it's pretty lonely out there doing all the chores by myself. Oh. We have a very helpful neighbor out here. We call him Farmer Mason. Sometimes I ask him farm questions. Maybe I can track him down and see what he says. He said he'll be down in a minute or 2. Perfect. That gives us time to check to see what the Bible might have to say about my situation.
It's Bible time, time for the Bible, yeah! It's Bible time with Bobby.
So there's a story in the book of Luke that I think might help us today. Jesus and his friends were visiting some friends named Mary and Martha. Mary sat at Jesus' feet and listened to his teachings, but her sister Martha ran all over the house making the meal and getting ready for all the guests. Finally, Martha got worn out and complained to Jesus. She said, "Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do all the work by myself? Tell her to help me." Jesus replied and said, "Martha, Martha, Martha, you are worried about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her." Jesus is saying that Martha was working hard, but she was distracted from what really mattered. Mary got it. She knew that she could spend time with God. Oh, come in. Oh, hi, Farmer Mason. Thanks for coming over. Finally, another human face.
Yeah, no problem. Who is this?
These are my friends.
Oh, hi everybody. Nice to meet you.
Yes, so I was just telling them that I was doing all the goat chores today, and the tiny goat wouldn't leave me alone. She was nipping at my hands and following me everywhere. Do you think she's sick?
Okay, let me think. Does she have extra drool today?
No more than usual.
Okay. Is her stomach all fat and bloated on the sides?
What? No.
Okay. Well, then I think I've got it.
What is it? Is she sick? Is she dying?
Oh, no. What? No, she has the same problem that you have, I think.
What?
Well, I think she is lonely.
Well, what do you mean?
Okay. Well, she wants to spend time with you, right? You're doing all of the work, but missing out on all the fun. Goats, just like humans, want to play around. You are doing all the chores for the goats, but missing out on spending time with the goats.
Wow.
Well, what? What are you thinking about?
Well, I just read a Bible story about the same thing. Martha worked hard and got the task done, but missed out on spending time with Jesus.
I know that story. Do you want to know some really cool parts about it? Okay, Mary wasn't just being lazy, she was being bold. She went out into the teaching place where only men were allowed, and she sat right down in front of Jesus, the teacher. She wanted to spend time with God even when it wasn't accepted by others.
Whoa, so how can I do that?
Well, with the goats, I think you've maybe got to be bold and go all the way into the big pen. I know it can be scary, but anyone who loves the goats and wants to spend time with them will do great in there. They need workers and friends, and I think you can do that really well.
Well, how do I spend time with God?
Well, what do you think?
Well, I can't get distracted by all the things that's happening in my life, like school, friends, meals, and games, but I can turn those things into ways to spend time with God. I can pray while I do my chores. I can talk to and listen to God while playing sports or being with my friends.
That is exactly right. That is a great answer, Bobby. I pray while doing my work all the time. God teaches me through the farm work. But like Mary, it's also important to stop working and spend time with God, just like you learned from the tiniest goat today.
That is so true. Thanks for your help.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, I'm definitely ready to stop working and start playing with Tiny Goat. You're welcome to come hang with me, and I'll see you again next week. I'll tell you about the goats and how it goes. Praying while I do things. Remember, you can spend time with God anytime. See you soon.
This is Hobbies with Bobby.
Okay, so Bobby was doing such a great job taking care of the goats, but she forgot one important element about spending time with them. Just like Martha and Mary from the Bible, this story can teach us something really important about how we can launch our faith in God to new heights. Jesus went to Mary and Martha's house for dinner, but when he got there, only Mary spent time with them. Martha was busy cleaning and cooking and getting ready for the party. She was so busy that she even got angry with Mary for not helping. Do you think Mary did anything wrong? Or do you think Martha did anything wrong? No, but Jesus wasn't angry at Mary, and he didn't think she had done anything wrong. He was happy because Martha was spending time with him. Even though Jesus corrected Martha and told her to come sit with him, Jesus wasn't angry at her. He just thought she needed a reminder about what mattered most: spending time with Jesus. How can we right now spend time with God? Well, since Jesus isn't here on earth and we can't invite him over for dinner or sit at his feet like Mary and Martha did, how can we right now spend time with God throughout our day? We can spend time with God throughout our whole day. We can pray and talk to God. We can read our Bible. We can sing songs of praise, and we can go to church. Let's look at one more scripture to help us learn more about how we can spend time with God. In Colossians 4:2, a man named Paul wrote a letter to help some of the followers of Jesus figure out how to spend time with God. Here's one thing he wrote. Colossians 4:2. I have it here in my Bible, and it says, devote a lot of time and effort to prayer. Always be watchful and thankful. And so we learn that when you're devoted to something, that means you want to do it a lot. Prayer is one of those ways we can spend time with God. But it's just like Martha, we sometimes get distracted by the things that aren't as important as spending time with Jesus. So instead of talking to him, praising him, or learning more about him, we do other things with our time. Spending time with God can sometimes be hard to remember to do. Just like being an astronaut, their job is super important and it's not easy. Let's hear from a couple of friends from church what they think would be hard about being an astronaut.
Well, first of all, you're going straight up, staring into infinite nothingness, and that will be very stressful. Plus, your spaceship is likely to explode.
You'd have to eat disgusting space food.
You miss your family a lot.
Great answers, guys. Astronauts really do have a hard job, and it's not really something that I'm going to be signing up for anytime soon. But they don't think it's that hard because they have practiced and trained repeatedly all of the time in order to be ready for any danger that might happen on their space voyage. So spending time with God is a little bit like training to be an astronaut. You have to practice and practice. It might be hard to remember at first to spend time with God now, but if you practice a little bit each day, it will get easier and easier. Sometimes it's hard to spend time with God because we spend all of our time doing other things we love to do. Sometimes we go to sleep at the end of the day and we think, oh no, I forgot to spend time with God today. But when would I have had time? I was super busy. So let me show you in kind of a silly way how it is possible to spend time with God every day, even when you're already busy doing other things. So I have this silly bucket. And this bucket is going to represent our day. This is our pretend day. And then I have these big guys, they're planets. And these represent us spending time with God. And I have little astronauts. This represents the other things we like to do during the day, like play games or watch videos or play video games and hang out with our friends. Then I have this last, let me grab it. This is sand, super heavy. And we'll see if I can do this without making a mess. Here's sand, and this represents everything else we do during the day, like our chores and eating and brushing our teeth and picking up your room, all those things you should be doing that your mom's asking you to do, schoolwork. So this will be everything else. So in order for us to fit everything into our bucket, we have to do it in a certain order. And so it's the same way with spending time with God. You have to prioritize to spend time with God first, and then everything else fits magically. If you do it kind of out of order, very quickly, you won't have time to fit your planets in your day. So you wouldn't have time to fit spending time with God in with all of your other business. But when we put God in there first, and we prioritize spending time with him first, everything fits perfectly. So we'll fill our day up with our spending time with God planets. Here's her. And then we fill the rest of our day, and they fit in around all of our big planets with our little astronaut guys. These are playing video games and spending time with friends and playing a sport, doing things that we really enjoy. They fit around these planets. They fit in just perfectly. Let's see, we got some spaceships. Everything fits just so. And then we can fill it with sand. I'm gonna do it right here on the side so I don't make a mess. Let's see. Here we go. I'm gonna set it down. I'll show you at the end. We're gonna fill the sand up, and the sand, which all those other responsibilities that we need to do, like brushing our teeth, sleeping, doing our chores, they fit in right around spending time with God and our sports and soccer and video games, and everything fits just perfectly into our day. There they are. You can't see them that well, but there they are. And so it fits just perfectly, and we have then spent time with God. So if you do them out of order and fill the whole bucket with sand and then try and fit those planets in on top, it's not going to fit. And so that is what we have to practice and practice and practice, prioritizing spending time with God first. To help all of us make it a priority this week to spend time with God, I've got something fun for us to do. You can print this page off and click the link in our newsletter or on our website and print it right off. And every day that you remember to spend time with God this week, color in one rocket ship. You might forget to spend time with God sometimes, and that's okay. Hopefully this will be a visual reminder that you can check it off each day and prioritize to spend time with God first before the day gets away from you. And just like Martha learned, Jesus isn't angry at us when we get distracted, but he is always excited when we decide to spend time with him. So this week, I hope you remember our big idea, which is we can spend time with God. And remember that when we spend time with God, we get to see God launch our faith to even greater heights. Spending time with God doesn't have to be at one special time each day. You can spend time with God all day long. So I hope with this reminder, you can put it up in your kitchen or in your bedroom, and you can remember each day to spend some quality time with God. That brings us to the end of our lesson today, and I wanted to end again with some discussion questions. So you can pause the video and discuss together as a family these two questions. What is one thing that distracts you from spending time with God? And what's one way you can spend more time with God this week? So I really want you to pause the video, have some great discussions with the family around you, and really discuss ways that you can spend time with God this week. So the questions again are, what's one thing that distracts you from spending time with God? And what's one way you could spend more time with God this week? So pause the video and have some great discussion. So glad you're back. I hope you guys had some really great discussions. Make sure to print off your Spend Time with God worksheet and make it a priority to spend time with God every day this week. I hope you guys have a great week, and I can't wait to talk to you next week about another way to launch our faith. Bye. Thank you.